Alright, so this is my blue Aratus. Blue Dendrobates Azores. There he goes, jumping away. He's in the back. This is what he lives in. It's kind of undetailed. Okay, so the pump's in that corner right there. We have a nice vine, some nice plants. Heavily rooted plants, nice little pond, and some big plants in the back. A little goldfish, nice little pond. I have a little pump right here. It goes up, and then I bury it underneath. Then I have some nice, heavily watered plants. They need a lot of water. I have a green Aratus in here too, black and green. But it's not showing right now. And I have the pump. It's not very high right now because it's sucking in a lot of crap from underneath. Those little wood chips, it gets in the pump. I have to fix that. And it's leaking down the rock into the stream. And I have some little fishies, big ferns, and just you need stuff to carry around. You pretty much need a lot of space for the poison dart frogs to hide. I have several frogs in here, and if they don't have a lot of space to hide, then they'll just kill each other and This is a 40-gallon long, I think, long. It's probably 42 inches, maybe a little less, probably 36. And yeah, this next cage doesn't have anything in it. This is a 30-gallon high. I'm going to be putting a group of 4 Aratuses in here. My first breeding group. When you're breeding, hold on, let me grab a chair. When you're breeding, you always need a lot of hiding. So this is what it looks like. And you need a lot of vines. See, I have a lot of vines. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 vines in this cage. 7 vines. So I have 7 vines in the cage for it. All these vines in here have very good hiding. They could hide inside of here. They could hide in there. Hide in there. They could get around easily. If you look from an overview, see how I have this hidden little film canister, clear film canister. This is for when the frogs breed. The frogs need somewhere to lay the eggs. All I do is take the water from the underground pump in the little pond right here, and I fill it 3/4 fill. It's a little low on water right now. I don't have anything in this cage. And you tilt it sideways, and they'll lay the eggs in there. When it lays the eggs, you have to get the petri dishes and all that, and you gotta start taking care of the eggs, and then they'll turn to tadpoles. Also, when you're breeding, I still didn't get this yet. A really good plant to have is bromeliads, because that's a natural breeding plant, pretty much. Because the frogs can breed in it because the bromeliad holds water in the center of the of the plant. So this is the breeding cage. When you're breeding with a group of 4 or 5, it's good to have a lot of space. But if you're breeding with 2, you could just have a 15 or 20-gallon tank. The next terrarium is another. This one's really small. This one's a nice little terrarium. It's actually a glass terrarium. Has opening doors, a little lock on it. Has a ventilation top and on the side. I have some P. terribilis in here, which are known as the dying poison dart frog, or the mint phase, or gold phase, frog. They're the most poisonous poison dart frog, and they can kill on an average of 20 humans. I have some nice little purple, like nice colors in here. I have a vine and some big plants. This pump is not hidden, but I have a foam wall in the back, and the pump runs down, so the water's running down that. P. terribilis. Let's see if we can find one. Here's one. Alright, this is one right here. Almost fully grown. Right there is gold phase. The other one I'm pretty sure is a gold phase too. I only have 2 in here. But next Reptile Expo, April 22nd, Westchester. I'm probably going to be getting like 2 more. The reason why I could fit so many poison dart frogs in this cage is because it has a lot of hiding. I have a nice little pond in the back just for them to soak in if they get too dry. The P. terribilis, some of them have black feet like this one, and they have a little black dot next to their eye. And they're mostly gold colored. Sometimes you can get them in like a blue, like an aquatic blue. Or you can get it in mint or gold, pretty much. There's also other poison dart frogs like the bicolor, terribilis bicolor, or something like that. Yeah, that's this terrarium, small little thing. Regular lights. I have this light, just regular. What's it called? Forgot the type of light. Fluorescent, regular fluorescent light. It's fine for the plants and everything. Oh yeah, one cool plant right here. This plant is very cool because if you look at these little parts of the plant right here, they hold water. Like if you look inside, little reflection of the king snake. Sorry, you can't see inside. Well, there's water in there, and this plant, which is actually very rare to get an actual flower on this plant, it has venomous pollen, and when these little fruit flies up here eat this pollen, they become sick and poisonous and everything, and then they become sick and they fall off into this plant and they die. And then this plant eats the fruit fly, and it takes, I think, 2.5 to 3 weeks to digest it, and so it's a carnivorous plant pretty much, and it's really cool, nice purple and green, and this was yellow before, yellow and pink. I don't even know if it's facing the right way. That's what it looks like on the other side. So this last terrarium has a lot of ferns and vines. This has mantellas. Mantellas are not an actual poison dart frog, which a lot of people think they are. Mantellas are the cousin of poison dart frogs. So they're very, very, very similar to poison dart frogs, but they're just not poison dart frogs. Balance this out. Okay. Let's see if we can see one. Here's one of them right here. That is a mantella right there. Beautiful orange feet, black color. The other one I have has brownish feet. This is his little hiding spot. Let me just put this back. And I'm not really afraid of crushing them. There he is right in the front. I'm not really afraid of crushing them. He has like almost zebra print feet. And black, you know. Really, really, really nice color. And they kind of just hop around. There's a little pond in here too. If you realize, this has a lot of hiding in here. I'm also trying to breed these ones, so it has a lot of vines for hiding. This one's a brand new vine, but for something like this vine, it's covering the entire back of the cage, which is very good for hiding. And this piece of wood, I have the clear film canisters under it, so it It's like good for breeding. They can kind of just hop around up there, you know, keep wet. I have another pump up here. It's not hiding, but I mean, for a breeding cage, it doesn't really matter. I have a little pond for them to wet down and everything. I have a lot of ferns in these cages. I have one, that's a fern right there, and that back one back there is a fern, and that one right there is a fern. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it for my terrariums. Soon I'll be getting a 200-gallon. The best way to make a terrarium is with these hydro balls. What I do is I have the hydro balls. Then I have this nylon mesh covering the hydro balls, and I have the pump buried in the center, like right here, of these hydro balls, and then the nylon mesh. Then I double layer it. Then I put these wood chips right here. They are called Keeper's Choice wood chips. And then I put moss on top, which pretty much just keeps the moisture. And you never have to clean the cage. That's a good part. You could just kind of leave it alone. You just have to make sure they have plenty of food. That's pretty much it for the terrariums. That's what they all look like together. Okay.